Outside Emilio Hoover in car number 9. Run number 2, Young Money Kyle Larson, two-time shootout winner 2 weeks ago. Back at the Chili Bowl looking for number 3. He'll start third on his outside. Kyler Johnson in the 71T. Todd Jackson, and you guys just heard from him. Cooper Miller going to be outside of row number 3. Kevin Newton, Scoot Newton in row number 4 with James Spees, and Michelle Decker rounding out your field. 9 cars going 8 laps, and as Caleb mentioned, passing points are the key. The average, and again, according to Wikipedia, the average to make a qualifier, you need 68.8 points. Top 40 will move on to the qualifiers after these heat races. Seems to be attainable as long as you go forward.
Really, the big number is top 24, because those are going to make the invert in those qualifiers, and that top 24 number, a little bit harder to get to. It's 89 to hit the invert. We have seen guys from the outside the invert make a monster qualifier run happen before and still end up the first 2 rows of the main event, but you want to make your night as easy as you can, have a good heat race, easier qualifier moving forward for that good starting spot in the main event.
Yeah, a lot different than we saw 2 weeks ago here at the Tulsa Shootout. You can start on the front of your heat race and be just fine. My personal opinion is that's an ideal place to start. If you can collect 100, 105 points off the front row, you're well into the invert of your qualifier, and if you go from your second row up to a couple positions in your qualifier, you're on the front 2 or 3 rows of your feature. So, yeah, not as cutthroat as we saw 2 weeks ago at Shootout, and that's a look at Scoot Newton right there in the 16T. He's been really good this year in his midget, kind of new to midget racing. They got the EA Stealth engine from Tim Engler underneath the hood of that thing, and with Bob Burkle on the wrenches, they've been really good. I like where Kevin started this and a chance to go forward.
100% as the nerves really start to ramp up, and I know, Clint, you've been doing this now, almost 10 years here at the Chili Bowl, and there's nothing like it when you roll down the ramp knowing that these 8 laps are going to set up the rest of your week. Not your night, your week.
Yeah, it's not. You don't have another chance in another class. You're here this one time to take laps for everything. Being this first heat race, that's got to be a little outlet of pressure to set the tone right for everybody in the entire building, not just yourself and your team.
Eyeballs will all be on inside row number 2. Kyle Larson, the 2-time champion in 2020 and 2021 of this event. It all starts with a good heat race. 3-1 would be an excellent start for Kyle.
Not gonna able to watch
As
the main.
we are locked in and ready to go.
You're gonna miss it.
First event of Chili Bowl 2025, the 39th annual Chili Bowl Nationals, powered by NOS Energy Drink, is underway off the 4th corner green flag. Hoover with an excellent start in the outside. He'll cross high to low and take the early lead over Hayden Mabe and Kyle Larson. That's 1 through 3 with Newton around in the corner. Gave him the commentator's curse early on to get the whammy out of our system.
Saw it coming into turn number 3. They were just fighting for real estate on the bottom of the racetrack, and Kevin got tagged. Also had a little bit of contact from the front bumper. Here's Kevin coming in. Oh, man,
where's he going?
Pretty hot.
Came in with the head of
He's
steam.
driving.
Big move for the
gosh, he's going in the corner way too fast.
Overcooked her a little bit.
He used that guy for a bumper.
Lesson learned on Newton. He'll go
The pressure of the Chili Bowl, right?
I said he used
you
that
feel
guy
like
for a
you're
bumper.
forced to have to go forward and you can every single lap to get any position you can. And we saw Kevin going for 1 and took 1.5, and that just didn't work out.
Emilio Hoover, though, doing a nice job outside of the front row, took the point away from Hayden Mabe. Kyle Larson still in that 3rd position as everybody began to string out single file, but still plenty of time, and it looks like we will get a full lineup reset with 0 laps complete. We will go back to 2 by 2 by 2 and see if Emilio can do it again. If you're Emilio, you're probably just like, you gotta be kidding me. That was exactly what I needed.
He'll have to try her a second time, and your inside lane to be happier for a better start for the inside for Hayden Mabe. See how that shakes out. We should make a mention. Start-finish line coming off the corner is brought to you by Precision Concrete. You see it right there. Caution flags here in the building from Raising Cane's, and if we happen to see a red flag, it'll be the Honest Abe Roofing red flag.
So we'll try it again. Lights are out as cars will make their way off for turn number 2. Hayden Mabe, Emilio Hoover, your front row with Kyle Larson and Kyler Johnson in row number 2. 8 laps, passing points the game. Heat 1 is underway.
Hoover once again crossing high to low and has it.
Got it.
Larson with a run underneath Mabe into turn number 3. And move Kyle Larson up to 2nd here on the opening lap.
Good Good start that time again for Emilio Hoover, but now Larson up to second quickly. He's going to try to attack for the race lead. Meanwhile, battle for third coming through on the bottom. Kyler Johnson trying to keep that spot away, but hey, May takes over the third position. So May from first back to third, but trying to hang on as the top two start to pull away.
Hoover under some pretty intense pressure from the best in the world. Down to the bottom, Larson shows him nose, denied that time by Hoover. Down the back straightaway as this time by halfway through the heat race, 4 of the books. 4 remaining in the lead. Larson circles around the outside to take the lead.
Yeah, Kyle just being
His
patient
car is really
there,
fast.
sizing
He
up
just,
Emilio Hoover. Hoover just trying to lock down on the bottom and make Kyle go around, and he did. Larson now pulling away as you look back from third.
Now,
on
no
back.
caution.
May, Johnson, Cooper Miller, and Michelle Decker from the back up to 6th.
9-6, get crazy.
Decent scoring run, but not monster enough. Decker needs another spot, maybe 2. As down in the bottom, Johnson continuing to push the issue, trying to sneak underneath Hayden Mabe. Mabe has some car speed though, doing a good job holding Kyler off.
What was that? Really? What was that?
Catastrophe in the corner for the
He's just being reckless. Is all they're doing now. He's wanting to wreck somebody.
Able to capitalize
Look
there
at it.
as Miller just absolutely gave a shot in the shorts to Kyler Johnson.
There you go.
Flags out. 8 laps the distance. Kyle Larson picks up.
Crazy how they drive some of them.
From third,
Yeah.
so a 3-1 run for Larson. Hoover 2-2.
They drive out of
and
control,
1-3. That's your top 3 with Johnson, Decker rounding up the top 5. So a 9-5 for Michelle Decker. Big mover on this one here in the opening heat race.
He did what he needed to do.
So a 9-5 looks like should be 92 points for Michelle.
Be a good enough run to get well into a qualifier. Good job from her. 110 from Larson, and your scoring opportunity
Larson
in
got
round
10
number
points
1. And
for the
Hoover
win and the passive one.
stop before he can go off the ramp.
Good deal.
To the top you will go.
Good way to start it.
Good look at the BR Motorsports Ignitioneering Speed Shot. Heat race number 2 on track. Justin Peck, front row for this one. Reese Nowatarski going to go outside row number 1. Jim Grant and Jacob Dykstra in row number 2. Dylan Welch and Dakota Hiley row 3. Noah Harris and Nathan Kilwine, row 4. Logan Prickett all by his lonesome in row number 5. Up top for the K1 Race Gear interview and Chris Moore.
Yeah, thank you, Caleb. Have Kyle Larson
There you
here.
go.
Kyle, we just talked. Track's probably a little wider than normal for Heat 1, but also the good news, it's not the Tulsa shootout. 3-1 is probably going to get you in the invert in a good spot.
Yeah, not going up against 400 others on a single day is nice. But, yeah, no, that was good. I was glad the first start we didn't get done because I felt like
so
it was going to be
soft.
hard to
He's
pass
got a
that
cold.
kid. He was, looked
Aww.
like he was doing a good job in front of me.
Dang.
Yeah, I was able to get the second quickly, and
Hey, Dylan was
Emilio
good.
was much
No,
looser than
I
I
don't
expected
feel
as well.
terrible.
So, yeah, I moved up and felt really, really good. So, yeah, my car
Dang,
felt
that
great
sucks.
there. Even after
Yeah.
the checkered, I ran really hard and felt amazing. So, yeah, off to a good start, and I don't know, that should line us up pretty decently for a qualifier and try and go forward in that.
I know the goal for you is to win, but probably a little less pressure this year, right? You don't have to lock in to be able to race on Saturday.
Yeah, I mean, obviously there's still, though, I mean, if you really want a shot to win on Saturday, you still need to lock in tonight. So I would say there's just as much pressure. But yeah, just try to have fun with it and not really let that pressure, creep in your mind too much. But yeah, again, my car feels great.
Then you need to
Obviously, too, I'm
rest.
comfortable in this thing. So yeah, I feel like we'll have a decent shot.
All right, good luck.
Thanks.
There you go, Kyle Larson. Feels like he's got a decent shot. I don't know. We'll see.
That's dangerous sometimes when
Roto
Kyle just
Rooter.
calls
Yeah, I
and
love
says
the-
it felt really
I love
good.
the
We've
helmet.
got a